Hey everybody, this is going to be a very different kind of video. Title isn't clickbait, I'll tell you that. The title is not clickbait. I am going to be explaining, how I came to Christ. And if you're wondering why I decided to make this video, I don't know. I mean, if I kind of, I mean, I felt like, I'm sure you noticed like the prayers on my channel and shorts, but I felt like a calling just to explain it because I just, I don't know. My family has told me as well as friends that my story could really help. And I just want to do my best to get my story out there. I'm not going to get like all into the, dive into the deep end of the pool fully. I'm just going to, stay where I can still stand and breathe above the water. But, um, yeah. So I was raised in a Christian household by my family. And my mother, father would read the Bible to me every night. It was literally this Bible that you see on screen right now. So yeah, that's the one. And they would read that to me every night, and that's how I first was, educated to Jesus and God and Christ and the Christian religion and everything. And as I got older, like not like older, but like like 8, maybe 9 years old, I still like believed, but as time went on, I was like, huh, maybe I don't know. I just thought to myself like, I don't know. I don't really know what I thought to myself. But time and like eventually things, as you grow up, you want to like, be on your own. You want to rebel. You want to do whatever you feel like you want to do. And that conflicts, a lot. That can conflict internally because you're like, wait a minute, this is how I'm supposed to live, from God versus, the way I live my life. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna get into the full like nitty gritty of everything, but so yeah, I mean, as I got older, I just kind of, I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and as I got older, it just, I will say, I'll admit it, I kind of turned away from God and Christ and everything. I rebelled, I turned away, I didn't really see the point, and eventually there was a point in my life, I'm so glad I'm out of that, I'll explain that in a minute, but a point in my life where I was just literally, I'd say like the lowest hole I could be in, like it was bad. It was really bad, and was affecting my family. Not just like my family that I live with, but like my family outside of, the house, like my extended family. That's what it's called. Yeah, it was affecting them, and it was really bad. It was affecting friends and like everything, and it wasn't a good spot for me to be in. And at the time, my family, my mother, my father, they always prayed for me. They prayed that I would get better. They prayed that I would get out of this hole. And at the time, I didn't like accept the prayers. I told them to stop praying for me. Like it's just better off if you don't, because hopefully that means I'll die sooner. So that means um, you can interpret that how you will. So that happened, and then eventually, I began the healing journey. Uh, down like after it all went down. I'm not gonna go into detail, but eventually started the healing journey, and it was hard. It was very, very hard indeed. The healing journey. Like I didn't want to go to uh the sessions. I didn't want to do any of that. It just felt stupid and pointless, and I'm like, what's the point of trying to help a fucked up case like me? So yeah, I didn't really feel like it just, but the more I got into like the healing process, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, even though I was still like just about things, I definitely saw the progress of healing, the process, if you will. And eventually, I was able to be out of like the larger sessions and just one-on-one sessions with somebody, a therapist. Why am I trying to hide that? Anyway, there's that, and that went on for a while too, because it's not just a simple process of healing. It's not, snap your fingers and then boom, all of a sudden it's sunshine and rainbows and everything, and you're just chilling. It's not that. Depending on the severity, it could be a very long process. Which it was. It indeed was a long process, and it's not a process that is fun. I will tell you that right there. And it's been a few years now since all that, and I am doing so much better. I'm loving my life. I have just a life that I truthfully back then didn't even think I would have or didn't want. but now I have that, and it's I'm so grateful for it. I'm grateful for it, and yeah, that this healing journey has brought me so many things. It's shown me just so many good things, and I'm doing much better. I have great opportunities. I have better relationships. I have people who actually do care. Shout out to you. You know who you are. And I and as I've gotten like as I've grown older and been like, reflecting on that, I have really come to realize that like it was the work of God. It was. I mean, I'm not saying that to like, get like, I don't know, sympathy points. I really do mean that. It was the work of God. It took a long time because something to know about the Christian religion, and I've heard this from people who I know, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Being a Christian is not an easy thing. Trust me. It is when you are saved and when you accept Christ, it gets hard. It really does because the enemy, the devil knows that you have broken free from his chains of sin, and he knows that you are following Christ. So he's going to do everything he can to break you and, try to turn you away from Christ so you can continue sinning so you can end up in hell. And it's not easy. It is not. Like people think, oh, the moment I just do this, accept God, my life is going to be perfect sunshine and rainbows and, unicorns dancing on rainbows, pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. No, that's not how that goes. It is not. Trust me, it gets hard. It gets very hard. There are good ups and downs, but remember that like God doesn't purposefully put you through those ups and downs. He doesn't want to see you suffer. And I'm just gonna be honest, he uses those to build you. He uses those to build your character. And while it does suck at times, I get that. It really does. You just have to trust that whatever God is doing with your life, it is in accordance with his will. So yeah, and this whole journey has really brought me closer to Christ, and I'm not perfect. I am 100% trying to work on myself like better and get better at following Christ and like, practicing religion with Christ. I'm doing better at it and getting better at it. Uh I literally own two different Bibles. I'm doing everything I can. Like and you do occasionally forget. Sometimes you do forget, and that to me, I'm just like, dang it, I forgot. But hey, I'm gonna try my best. And sometimes you lose track of it. Sometimes you do. But yeah, because of this healing journey and what I've gotten out of it, I really have realized that God is the one behind all this. He is doing great work to heal me and so many other people. Um, and I don't really know how to, I guess, end the video. I just hope that this story can help you knowing just to know that like whatever dark hole you're in, trust me, I get it. I can't like say for all of you that I like understand 100% of what you're going through, but I get it. That dark pit is extremely painful. But just know that no matter how dark or how deep the pit is, there is no pit that God cannot find you in and pull you out of it. I just want y'all to know that. He loves you. He loves you so much. And believe me, if he didn't, I don't think the Bible would exist. And yeah, I'm not really sure how to end the video. God bless all of you behind the screen, and God loves you, and he's everything he does for your life is in accordance with his will, and he's never going to forsake you. He never will. He loves you all. See ya.